Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alonica, and just a heads up, this is my very first video, and as you saw from the title, it's about my fitness journey. So I'll be sharing a little information about my fitness journey, and to me this is kind of sort of personal, maybe not, but I figured that now is the time to share with all my followers and everyone who looks up to me, and basically give you guys a little bit information about my background in fitness. So as you can see, I'm in my room. It's not the most ideal setup right now, but it is what it is, and we just have to work with it, okay? So let's start from the beginning. Okay, so the beginning of my fitness journey, I was in the 4th grade, and I had a couple of friends in the neighborhood that joined cheerleading for the local Pee Wee football. The name of the team was the Giants. I was in the 4th grade, and I wanted to basically be a part of what my friends were a part of. You know, I wanted to socialize more. I wanted to feel that I was needed, important to others, and basically I just, you know, as a kid, all you want to do is play, be in sports. At least that was my vision of it. Was I always wanted to just play, be outdoors, be active, and so forth. So I ended up joining cheerleading at the age of 10 years old, I believe. 10 years old, 4th grade, yeah. At the age of 10 years old. And like I said, that was my very first interaction with fitness. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved going to practice. I loved coming up with new stunts to do, and basically just learning and socializing with my teammates. A year went by, and we had a local competition that we competed in, and the Giants ended up winning the championship, and we had the opportunity to leave off island to Florida. Yes, to Florida, and compete on a national level stage. Unfortunately, because we did compete amongst a bigger crowd and so forth, we did not take any place, or we didn't come in any place, but it was the experience. The experience was so much fun. At the age of 10, I was able to be on a national stage and basically do what I love, you know, fitness, being a part with my teammates and so on. So, and there, you know, I just learned a lot from that experience. So that was my very first interaction with fitness. And then moving on to middle school, that, how would you say it? That feeling of wanting to be a part of something followed me through middle school. So in middle school, I ended up joining cross country. However, I didn't really like cross country. I did intramural sports in middle school. I just wanted to be, like I said, I just wanted to be active. I just love being outdoors, being a part of fitness, being able to socialize. Like, I never wanted to go home after school. Like, I just wanted to stay back and do sports and just join basically whatever activity is possible that was available for me at the time. So that was that in middle school. And then it wasn't until high school when I got really serious about being a part of sports, you know. And being a part of sports in high school really helped me to, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was a troubled kid in high school, but however, I found my safe haven through sports. It was sports that kept me out of trouble, kept my grades at a good level with all my classes. So it really helped me a lot. The sports that I joined in high school were wrestling and rugby, were the main 2 sports that I played in high school. I really, like I said, I just loved being part of a team. I loved being an asset to the team, and basically just being a part of fitness, being active, moving my body. And then it wasn't until wrestling that I, you know, really took everything seriously, like my health, my physical well-being, and in wrestling, there was a certain thing that you had to do in order to compete in a wrestling match. So in wrestling, if you guys don't know, you wrestle at your weight class, and in order to make weight, sometimes you need to either cut back on what you're eating, or you just need to do more cardio and so forth. So it was in wrestling that I learned to eat a little bit healthier, and basically it taught me how to strategize when it came time to cut weight, because I was at 125 in high school, 125 pounds in high school, and then I had to cut to 118. So I wrestled at 118, 122. So therefore I had to drop quite a few pounds in order to wrestle at that weight category. So that was that. Wrestling season came to an end, and it was my senior year, and I came to a realization that I'm going to be out of high school soon, and I need to continue with my physical activities. If I leave high school, is there any other sports that I could join? Basically, I just didn't want to let go of what I had going on. So my senior year in high school, towards the end of my senior year, a local women's football organization started here in Guam in the year of 2012, and I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect opportunity to continue with sports. So I signed up for women's football, and I played 3 years of women's tackle football, and I built so many great friendships from the sports. And like I said, I just love being a part of a team, and I love being an asset to the team and staying fit, being active. And so that's what I did. I had to take it. The opportunity was there for women's football, and I just had to take it. So I found a sport after high school. I did 3 years of it, and then the summer after my senior year, so the summer after I graduated from high school, I also had the opportunity to work at a local gym facility. And oh my god, working at a local gym facility and seeing all these Fitspiration bodybuilders like walking in and out of the gym, like, just motivated me to continue with fitness. And so eventually I got into weightlifting, bodybuilding. However, in high school we did have a gym, a weightlifting gym, that the students were able to access. So I actually started lifting a little bit weights in high school, but I was a high schooler. I didn't really know what I was doing until I started working at a fitness facility. That's where I got into bodybuilding and wanted to learn more about lifting weights, and so I did. I got into it. I learned really quick, and I also enjoyed helping others, help them to properly lift the weights, help them with the form and so forth. And because of that, and I'm into competitive things, I always love to compete. I just love the rush, the feeling of competing, because that's just who I am. Most of my life I just love doing competitive things like sports. So I ended up joining a local bodybuilding show in the year of 2015. So this was 2 years into my weightlifting that I decided, what, now is the time to join a show or do a competition, set a goal for myself and lead by example, basically, for my loved ones, my friends, my family. And so I decided to do a bodybuilding show in 2015. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I did it, and I came in 3rd place. Not bad for my very first show, but yes. So I joined the bodybuilding show, and I went in like not knowing what I was doing. I basically did all the physical aspects of my prepping. by myself for the most part. I did all the physical aspects by myself, and then I did have help with my nutritional part of my prepping from my coach then, Steve O'Sherrill, and I thank Steve O'Sherrill a lot because I've learned a lot from him physically and nutritional values that I really take into perspective now. So I did that 2015, came in 3rd place, and you know, I'm like, at this point, bodybuilding has been a part of my life for 8 years now. I did have a baby girl. She's 2 years old. She'll be 3 in June. And a lot of you guys don't know, but it was really, really hard getting back on my fitness journey. Unfortunately, I didn't have a natural delivery. I ended up having a C-section. For some reason, my doctor said, because of your bodybuilding experience, basically my pelvis or my cervix doesn't want to dilate because it's too tight, maybe from all the working out that I did in the previous years. I really don't know the whole story behind it, but basically I ended up having to get a C-section. And for the mothers out there who've experienced C-sections, you know that you just can't get up and go to the gym when you want to. It took me a couple of months. It took me about a year to basically build up some confidence without having to be scared about, you know, anything erupting or whatever. So it was about a year. My skin around my incision was still sort of, how would you say, still sort of, what's that word? Like sensitive. There you go. So it was still sensitive around my incision. So I had to take it really, really easy. And to be honest, I lost all confidence after having my daughter. I thought, like, you know, I probably won't be able to get back to how I used to look before. But in all honesty, I love where I am today. You know, I mean, the stripes that I've earned, the cut from the C-section that I have, it's all because I brought a beautiful human being into this world, and that is my daughter, which I'm grateful for. So now fast forward to today. It's been 2 years consecutive 2 years that I've been bodybuilding, and you know, I'm just loving the journey, loving the progress. I honestly feel that I look a lot better than what I did like before having my daughter. You know, I've made all these gains, and I thank my baby girl for these gains, because being a mommy comes with many benefits, and I struggled building certain parts of my body, and after having a baby, it's like, well, hey, you know, like everything just grew, you know, like for instance, my hamstrings have always been a big issue with me trying to develop over the years. And so after having my daughter, it's like all of a sudden I have freaking nice hamstrings, you know. So it's something that I am grateful for. You know, we all have our odds and ends. Is that what you say? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so that's my fitness journey, and that's what led me to become a certified personal trainer, because like I said, fitness has always been a part of my life. I love helping people. I love giving people tips and advice in the gym. And when I see someone performing an exercise wrong, like, it just hurts me so deep inside that this person does not know what they're doing. So, you know, becoming a certified personal trainer, now you want to help everybody, you know, but there's only so much we can do, and there's only so much advice that someone will take from you as well. So yeah, that was my fitness journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't mind me. Like I said, this is my very first video, so I was kind of nervous throughout the video. I probably made some grammatical errors in my speaking, but it happens, you know. No one's a robot here. We can't all speak like robots. Definitely I can't speak like a robot. So yeah, so that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Please, If you guys were watching this, please like, share, and subscribe, and support your girl. Thank you.